Hello and welcome viewers, you're watching In Depth with your host Kriti Mishra. India will build a Sudarshan Chakra, a multi-layered framework to integrate advanced surveillance, cyber protection and physical safeguards to protect its citizens and infrastructure from enemy strikes, terrorists and otherwise. Here's everything you need to know about this framework. Prime Minister Narendra Modi, in his Independence Day address from the Red Fort, unveiled an ambitious national security initiative titled Mission Sudarshan Chakra, aimed at protecting India's critical establishments over the next decade through indigenous technological development within the coming 10 years. He said that every citizen must feel protected. The mission will be research-based and developed entirely with indigenous technology. The initiative is expected to encompass a multi-layered security framework, integrating advanced surveillance and physical infrastructure safeguards tailored to India's evolving threat landscape. Drawing inspiration from the Mahabharata, PM Modi invoked the moment when Lord Krishna shielded the sun to enable Arjun to defeat Jayadratha. He said that India is taking inspiration from Lord Krishna, who once barred sunlight from reaching earth. That divine intervention changed the course of battle. He said that today we must shield our vital institutions from emerging threats. He blended mythology with modern strategic vision. The mission will involve collaboration between India's premier research agencies, defense establishments and private innovators. It aligns with government's broader push for Atmanirbhar Bharat or self-reliant India, especially in defense and critical infrastructure. The announcement comes amid heightened global concerns over cyber warfare, hybrid threats and sabotage of strategic assets. PM Modi's emphasis on indigenous technology signals a move away from dependence on foreign systems, reinforcing national sovereignty in security architecture. The Prime Minister's speech also touched on India's historical vulnerabilities, including the 2008 Mumbai attacks, underscoring the need for proactive and integrated security planning. He said that we cannot be reactive and we must anticipate and prepare. As India celebrated its 79th year of independence, Mission Sudarshan Chakra stands as a symbolic and strategic commitment to safeguarding the nation's future. It reflects a fusion of cultural ethos and cutting-edge innovation, positioning India to meet the challenges of the next decade with resilience and technological prowess.
जब मुझे भगवान श्री कृष्ण याद आते हैं तो हम देख रहे हैं कि पूरे विश्व में आज युद्ध के तौर तरीके बदल रहे हैं। हमने देखा है कि भारत युद्ध के हर नए तौर तरीकों को निपटने में समृद्ध है। हमने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर में दिखा दिया है टेक्नोलॉजी में जो भी महारत थी। पाकिस्तान ने हमारे सैन्य ठिकानों पर, हमारे एयरबेस पर, हमारे संवेदनशील स्थानों पर, हमारे आस्था के केंद्रों पर, हमारे नागरिकों पर मिसाइल्स, ड्रोन अनगिनत मात्रा में उन्होंने वार किया। देश ने देखा है, लेकिन देश को सुरक्षित रखने के जो प्रयास पिछले 10 साल में हुए हैं, उस ताकत का परिणाम था कि उनके हर हमले को हमारे जाबाजों ने और हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी ने तिनके की तरह बिखेर दी। रत्ती भर नुकसान नहीं कर पाए और इसलिए जब युद्ध के मैदान में टेक्नोलॉजी का विस्तार हो रहा है, टेक्नोलॉजी हावी हो रही है, तब राष्ट्र की रक्षा के लिए, देश के नागरिकों की सुरक्षा के लिए हमें भी, हमने जो आज महारत पाई है, वो महारत का और विस्तार करने की जरूरत है। हमने आज जो महारत पाई है उसको लगातार अपग्रेड करते रहने की आवश्यकता है। और इसलिए साथियों, मैंने एक संकल्प लिया है, मुझे आपके आशीर्वाद चाहिए, कोटि कोटि देशवासियों के आशीर्वाद चाहिए, क्योंकि समृद्धि कितनी ही क्यों न हो, अगर सुरक्षा के प्रति उदासीनता बरतते हैं तो समृद्धि भी किसी काम की नहीं रहती। और इसलिए सुरक्षा का महत्व बहुत बड़ा है। और इसलिए मैं आज लाल किले की प्राचीर से कह रहा हूं, आने वाले 10 साल में 2035 तक राष्ट्र के सभी महत्वपूर्ण स्थलों, जिनमें सामरिक के साथ साथ सिविलियन क्षेत्र भी शामिल है, जैसे अस्पताल हो, रेलवे हो, जो भी आस्था के केंद्र हो, उन्हें टेक्नोलॉजी के नए प्लेटफॉर्म द्वारा पूरी तरह सुरक्षा का कवच दिया जाएगा। ये सुरक्षा का कवच लगातार विस्तार होता जाए, देश का हर नागरिक सुरक्षित महसूस करे, किसी भी प्रकार की टेक्नोलॉजी हम पर वार करने आ जाए, हमारी टेक्नोलॉजी उससे बेहतर सिद्ध हो। और इसलिए आने वाले 10 साल 2035 तक मैं ये राष्ट्रीय सुरक्षा कवच का विस्तार करना चाहता हूं, मजबूती देना चाहता हूं, आधुनिक बनाना चाहता हूं। और इसलिए भगवान श्री कृष्ण से प्रेरणा पाकर के हमने श्री कृष्ण का जो सुदर्शन चक्र था, उस सुदर्शन चक्र की राह को चुना है। आप में से बहुत लोगों को याद होगा, जब महाभारत की लड़ाई चल रही थी, श्री कृष्ण ने अपने सुदर्शन चक्र से सूर्य के प्रकाश को रोक दिया था और दिन में ही अंधेरा कर दिया था। सूर्य प्रकाश को सुदर्शन चक्र से रोक दिया था। और तब अर्जुन ने जो शपथ ली थी जयद्रथ का वध करने की, उस प्रतिज्ञा को अर्जुन पूर्ण कर पाए थे। वो सुदर्शन चक्र के पराक्रम और रणनीति का परिणाम था। अब देश सुदर्शन चक्र मिशन लॉन्च करेगा। ये मिशन सुदर्शन चक्र एक पावरफुल वेपन सिस्टम दुश्मन के हमले को न्यूट्रलाइज तो करेगा ही करेगा, लेकिन कई गुना ज्यादा दुश्मन पर हिट बैक करेगा। हमने भारत के इस मिशन सुदर्शन चक्र के लिए कुछ मूलभूत बातें भी तय की है। आने वाले 10 सालों में हम उसको प्रखरता से आगे बढ़ाना चाहते हैं। एक तो ये पूरी आधुनिक सिस्टम, इसके लिए रिसर्च, डेवलपमेंट, उसकी मैन्युफैक्चरिंग हमारे देश में ही हो, हमारे देश के नौजवानों के टैलेंट से हो, हमारे देश के लोगों के द्वारा बनी। दूसरा, एक ऐसी व्यवस्था होगी जो वॉरफेयर के हिसाब से भविष्य में क्या क्या संभावनाएं हैं उसका हिसाब किताब लगा करके +1 की स्ट्रेटेजी वर्कआउट करेगी। और तीसरा, सुदर्शन चक्र की एक ताकत थी, वो बहुत ही प्रिसाइज, जहां जाना था वहीं जाता था और वापस श्री कृष्ण के पास लौट के आता था। हम इस सुदर्शन चक्र के द्वारा भी टारगेटेड प्रिसाइज एक्शन के लिए भी व्यवस्था को विकसित करने की दिशा में आगे बढ़ेंगे। और इसलिए युद्ध के बदलते तौर तरीकों में राष्ट्र की सुरक्षा, नागरिकों की सुरक्षा के लिए मैं बड़े प्रतिबद्धता के साथ इस कार्य को आगे बढ़ाने के लिए वचन देता हूं।
Let's take a look at the objectives of Sudarshan Chakra plan. So what are the objectives of Sudarshan Chakra mission? Sudarshan Chakra mission will aim to create a shield protecting India's strategic, civilian and religious sites from potential enemy attacks, while also developing new weapons. It is a national security mission aimed at creating an advanced multi-layer shield around critical installations. Inspired by the mythological Sudarshan Chakra of Lord Krishna, it blends cultural ethos with modern strategic defense. The nodal ministry will be the Ministry of Defense. The objectives of the mission include to develop an indigenous research-based security system to neutralize threats from air, land, sea and cyber domains. Ensure self-reliance on Atmanirbhar in critical defense technology. Provide proactive integrated protection for vital infrastructure, cities and sacred places. Let's take a look at the features. Multi-layered defense. It integrates surveillance, interception and counter-attack capabilities. Comprehensive coverage. It protects strategic, civilian and religious sites. Advanced technology. It combines radar, AI-enabled tracking, cyber defense and physical security systems. Indigenous development. Entirely designed, developed and produced in India. Long-term plan. Expansion, modernization and strengthening of the system by 2035. And what is the significance of this mission? Strategic deterrence, comparable in vision to Israel's Iron Dome, adapted for India's diverse threat landscape. National sovereignty, reduces dependence on foreign defense systems. Comprehensive security, shields against conventional, hybrid and cyber threats. How will this mission safeguard Indian skies? Mission Sudarshan Chakra could combine the integrated air command and control system network with an integrated rocket force. How India's IACCS tracks and counters threats? Well, at the heart of the Sudarshan Chakra mission is a plan to fuse India's most advanced air defense network with a cutting-edge missile strike force. It will be a seamless shield for skies with India's sophisticated, indigenously developed network, which bolsters India's defense capabilities. It is a fully automated, real-time air defense command system that integrates various sensors, radars, and weapon systems to provide a comprehensive air situation strike. To provide a comprehensive air situation picture. It enables seamless coordination between air, land and naval assets and ensures a rapid response to aerial threats. This new defense blanket will be similar to Israel's much talked about Iron Dome and the United States' proposed Golden Dome, in that it will act as a missile defense shield. The Iron Dome and Golden Dome are both missile defense systems, but they differ significantly in scope and purpose. Iron Dome is a short-range system developed by Israel to intercept rockets, artillery, shells and mortars. Golden Dome is a proposed, much larger scale system envisioned by the US to defend against a wider range of threats, including long-range missiles and hypersonic weapons, and is currently in the planning stages. India's system is expected to rival Israel's renowned Iron Dome, a multi-layered defense network credited with intercepting thousands of rockets from Hamas and Hezbollah since its deployment in 2010s, with Israel claiming a success rate of over 90%. The context to the Sudarshan Chakra plan is the April Pahalgam terror attack and Operation Sindoor in May. For nearly 100 hours, starting May 7th, Pakistan tried to destroy Indian military bases, but India's armed forces and missile defense systems stood strong. multi-agency intelligence provided confirmation of 9 major camps that were eventually targeted in the operation. India's retaliatory action was based on meticulous planning and an intelligence-led approach, which ensured that the operations were conducted with minimal collateral damage. Operational ethics was central to the mission, and restraint was exercised to avoid civilian harm. In the aftermath of Operation Sindoor, Pakistan initiated a series of retaliatory drone and UCAV attacks targeting key Indian air bases and logistics infrastructure. These attempts, however, were effectively neutralized by India's comprehensive and multi-layered air defense architecture. Central to this success was the integrated command and control strategy, which facilitated real-time threat identification, assessment, and interception across multiple domains. In every single domain of Operation Sindoor, there was operational synergy between the forces and fully supported by the government, agencies, and departments. The operation unfolded across land, air, and sea, a seamless demonstration of synergy between Indian Army, Air Force, and Navy. The Indian Air Force played a crucial role in delivering precision strikes against terror infrastructure across Pakistan. It conducted high-impact air operations on targets such as Noor Khan Air Base and Rahimar Khan Air Base, with visual evidence of damage presented during official briefings. The Air Force's robust air defense environment proved pivotal in protecting Indian airspace during retaliatory drone and UAV attacks from across the border. The indigenously developed Akash surface-to-air missile system and legacy platforms like Pechora and OSA-AK were deployed effectively in a layered defense grid. The IF's integrated air command and control system enabled real-time coordination of air assets, allowing Indian forces to neutralize aerial threats efficiently and maintain net-centric operations throughout the conflict. Simultaneously, the Indian Army demonstrated its preparedness and effectiveness in both defensive and offensive roles. The Army's air defense units worked in tandem with the Air Force, deploying a wide array of systems ranging from shoulder-fired MANPADS and LLAD guns to long-range SAMs. These units were instrumental in countering waves of drones and loitering munitions launched by Pakistan. Despite Pakistan's unrelenting efforts to inflict damage, Indian forces succeeded in ensuring the security of both military and civilian infrastructure. The Indian Navy played a critical role in asserting maritime dominance during Operation Sindoor. Operating as a composite, networked force, the Navy deployed its carrier battle group, equipped with MiG-29K fighter jets and airborne early warning helicopters. This ensured persistent surveillance and real-time identification of threats across the maritime domain. The CBG maintained a powerful air defense shield that prevented hostile aerial incursions, especially from the Makran coast. The Navy's presence created a strong deterrent and effectively bottled up Pakistani air elements along their western seaboard, denying them any operational space. Naval pilots conducted round-the-clock sorties, further demonstrating India's readiness and strategic reach in the region. The Navy's ability to establish uncontested control over the seas also validated India's anti-missile and anti-aircraft defense capabilities in a complex threat environment. During Operation Sindoor, the Border Security Force, or BSF, also played a critical role in thwarting a major infiltration attempt along the international border in the Samba district of Jammu and Kashmir. BSF troops noticed suspicious movement in the early hours and swiftly responded leading to a heavy exchange of fire. In the ensuing encounter, the BSF successfully neutralized at least 2 infiltrators and recovered arms, ammunition, and other warlike stores. The operation underscored the BSF's vigilance, operational preparedness, and its crucial role in maintaining border security during heightened tensions. Operation Sindoor was thus not just a tactical success, but a strategic statement. It demonstrated India's capacity for high precision, coordinated military action across land, air, and sea. The operation was made possible by years of investment in defence preparedness and the unwavering policy and budgetary support from the Government of India. The message was clear. When appeals to reason and diplomacy are met with continued aggression, a decisive response is both justified and necessary. In sum, Operation Sindoor will be remembered as a defining moment in India's defence history, a symbol of military precision, inter-service cooperation, and national resolve. It successfully eliminated terror threats, reaffirmed India's regional dominance, and sent a strong message that cross-border terrorism would be met with a calibrated yet firm response. Alongside Mission Sudarshan Chakra, PM Modi also urged India's innovators and youth to develop jet engines domestically to power future fighter aircraft. Meanwhile, Mission Sudarshan Chakra is expected to be fully operational by 2035, marking a significant leap towards India's goal of a robust, self-reliant defence capability, one that draws from its cultural heritage while meeting the demands of modern warfare. Well, viewers, that's all we had for you in this edition. Thanks for watching and stay tuned to Sunset TV. Goodbye for now from my side.
सनसेट टीवी के और भी प्रोग्राम्स देखने के लिए सब्सक्राइब करें हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल और हाँ, इन्हें लाइक और शेयर करना ना भूलें।